Our group Brainwave selected the topic Common Core Standards, and we will be discussing the start of the program, the pros and the cons, and we'll be taking calls from viewers later on in the program. First, let me introduce the panel. My name is Kay Hoffman. Joining us on the panel is Shanavia Doyle, along with Patricia Trejo. Okay, so let's get started. Shanavia, would you like to let us know when CCS or Common Core Standards came about?
Sure. Well, for starters, Common Core was adopted into Illinois on June 24th, 2010, and the new standards have fully been in effect since the start of this school year. Common Core determines what educators should teach, not how they should teach. It establishes expectations for what students should learn in their English, language arts, and mathematics for each grade level. Common Core sets high, clear, and consistent guidelines for each student. It also ensures that students have comprehensive understanding of key concepts. Some frequently asked questions about how Common Core affects teachers as well as students are, for teachers who do not teach math or English, what does the Common Core State Standards mean for them? Well, the Common Core State Standards for grades 6 through 12 include standards for literacy in English, social studies, science, and technical subjects. Each classroom teacher is responsible for teaching literacy skills, but this does not mean that you must find time for separate reading instructions during your class period. Another question is, what needs to be done to meet the needs of special education students? Well, the standards were written with the assumption that with appropriate accommodations of all students, including those with exceptional needs, can achieve them. Teachers should continue to differentiate their instruction following all IEPs, required goals, and modifications that implement best practices in their curriculum to meet the needs of all their learners. The last question is, what support is CPS providing to help successfully transition to the Common Core State Standards? Well, many CPS networks have offered and will continue to offer Common Core State Standards related professional development. CPS has also held a series of summer teaching leadership institutes and will be asking attendees to bring the information from their workshops back to the schools. And one major difference that will be in effect starting this school year is students will no longer be using the ISAT. Students will now be using Partnership for Assessment of Readiness for College and Careers, or the PARC exam. And that's all. Thank you.
Yeah. Next is Patricia. She will be discussing the pros or the positive side of the Common Core Standard.
Hi, I'm going to be talking about the Common Core State Standards, how it's beneficial to teachers and students. And to begin, the Common Core State Standards prepare students for a competitive global economy. The Common Core State Standards will allow teachers to monitor students' progress throughout the year. The students will have optional pre-tests and progress monitoring tools that teachers can use to find out what a student knows, where they're going, and to figure out a plan to get them where they need to be. This gives teachers a venue to compare individual students' progress instead of one student against another. The Common Core State Standards focus on the big picture of what students are expected to learn, as well as achievements and goals. Teachers do not have to worry that this new system will make their jobs appear unnecessary or easy, as they are still in charge of creating ways to teach students the content and skills that the Common Core State Standards require. The Common Core State Standards assessments will be more authentic to a child's learning experience. We will be able to see what all students learn across all curricula throughout the multi-assessment model. Students will no longer simply be allowed to come up with the right answers. Oftentimes they must give an answer state how they arrive at the conclusion and defend it. And that's about it.
Okay. Now, the negative side of the Common Core Standards are from research, Common Core standards is a government-controlled standard and curriculum. This is unconstitutional because the federal government should not control education because education is purposely not listed in the Constitution. And the authority over education should be, and always has been, left up to the individual states and the people. The cost, another negative side is the cost of the Common Core standard is a high price tag. And taxpayers will see the increase and they will be the ones who have to pay the price. The textbooks, instructional material, professional development, assessments, and technology are estimated over $16 billion. That's a lot of money. Common Core standards fail to meet the area recommended by the National Mathematics Advisory Panel, the standards of leading states, and our international competitors. So they exclude certain Algebra 2 and geometry, which is a prerequisite to get into any four-year college. The Common Core math standards do not teach these common denominators, fluency in division until the 6th grade, conversions, fractions, decimals, and percents. That is ironic. Also, in the English Language Arts Department, they've taken away a lot of the positive language material. They're teaching environmental, they're teaching echo, whereas actually they're taking out Shakespeare, they're taking out these type of things. And the teachers, the English teachers, they are confused about how to teach this because they were not trained to teach like that. So there's quite a few negatives associated with Common Core. At this time, we're taking calls from viewers, and we have Nicole from Chicago on the line. Now, Nicole.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Thanks for having me on your air.
Thank you. You're welcome. Nice to have you. So what do you know about the Common Core standard? And if you were a teacher, how can you apply the Common Core standard?
Well, if I were a teacher, I would come up with a creative, unique way to implement these standards in my classroom so that my children can be prepared to go to the next level.
Good.
But from studying and going back and just looking up the Common Core, I know that it's been composed of by expert teachers from across the country.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it is used to help measure the progress that the students have throughout the year. It helps the teachers to help better assess their progress in learning. I know that it's a good tool. I am one for Common Core. I also agree with you that there are some cons, there are some negative aspects where all children don't learn the same. All of the children don't have the same socioeconomic background. So with knowing that, it kind of makes it hard on the professional teacher to integrate it and for everyone to have the same turnout at the end of the year so that they're all on the same level. That's kind of hard to determine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why we as teachers have to come up with creative ways to help them be prepared and ready for those workforce or these freshman entry college courses. And I thought of one creative way to help them be prepared and ready is teaching at their interest.
Right.
And those are within the guidelines of Common Core. Teach based on what they know and help them get to the next level based off of what they know. Those would include the steps. Those are the steps that's involved with Common Core, building off of what they know.
Good. Good.
So that I do know. And I will just take it back to the way I was taught. Having the children, as far as English, having consistency, helping them improve their reading and writing capabilities. If the children can't they comprehend what's been read or what they wrote, what's being, how to apply what they read, how to apply what they were able to comprehend and move forward. So those are some of the measures that I would take.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Thank you for calling, caller. All right.
Thank you.
In conclusion, parents should know that the Common Core standards will hopefully result in learning of math, reading, and writing. These standards were designed to ensure that all students will receive a rigorous education that prepares them for college and their careers. Did you know the Common Core standards are not completely new? They are built upon the standards that have been in place for many years. Real-life experiences and learning experiences. With that being said, by having conversations about everyday life and experiences, parents can help their children to extend their learning beyond the classroom. This, in turn, may help adapt or apply their knowledge for the real world. As always, teachers should encourage parents to help when they have questions and concerns about their child's learning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.